After spending 7 years in Fieldhouse, and this Fever offense has been swings. Clark on a step back.
They have size at every position.
Last time these two teams matched up, it was away with the win. That was back in... This is Odyssey Sims.
Clark especially was blitzed a handful of times, and it's been
Jackson averaging 13 points per
break, and you can't let Kelsey Mitchell get...
She's pulling away a big lead pass. Mitchell lost the handle underneath. Going to work on Stevens, and here is Stevens, who will launch Indiana with the defense. Lexi Hull going coast.
Not enough changes for this team.
Here's Mitchell putting on the move. Hamby goes back to work, and the scoop. Clark, step back, hit. Here is Hamby, who will fire from three.
Did all the hard stuff. And
to win Rookie of the Month and Player MVP. Here is Nalissa Smith, fire just 11th in the WNBA. A week ago today, they...
Mitchell and Clark.
Awards, the coaching award.
It is New York, the top team in the league.
Kelsey Mitchell was equally, if not more, Hamby just puts her head down.
I like to party. There's still a lot of work to be done
for the franchise.
No question. She said 4, maybe 3. We're in the 6th spot in the play.
Odyssey Sims finds some space. The hesitation. Clark gets inside. Here's Hamby fighting through traffic, flips it up. Here is Stevens on the roll. Mitchell, catch and shoot, whistle there.
Since the break, 100. It's amazing.
Mitchell leads all scorers with 7.
Mitchell doing a really good job fronting Rakia Jack.
Indiana times. Here's
physical post who can run off.
Backdoor pass finds Kia Nurse. The Fever turnover, so it hasn't hurt them. Jackson, nice footwork. Comes Boston, flips her shoulder, and it's an off. Ray Burrell, who's just checked. Clark stepping back on the baseline.
To her game as well.
Burrell attacking the baseline.
Such a low-scoring first quarter.
Shots because of that turnover.
Relax just a tad. You're playing.
Clark will launch off balance. A good fortune here if you are a fan and both playing in this building.
You can say that about the Indiana Fever.
And here in May, Clark 5 highest scoring, had more than that in a season.
Time to spend on all the numbers.
On the bounce, Dantas charging in baseline. There's Burrell through trap.
Players Smith and Dante on the strong side by
Mitchell lost his Nurse stepping back, launching and hit it. She was here. She hit 5-3. Smith denial, but on a second.
Fast break opportunities.
Nurse stepping back and
rid of it quickly. You got to move the ball.
9th in the WNBA, so it's a little below.
2 turnover margin, a +2.
Putting on the moves, Clark.
Better than 17 points a game.
On Kelsey Mitchell as she steps into it right there with Ray Burrell and Kia Nurse.
To help Indiana.
Dantas over a double. Odyssey Sims on the drive. Draws. Put together a fine evening. 10.
Their average. To execute in the quarter court. And now they can get you with some mismatches.
Mitchell trying to get this Indiana offense kick-started.
On the season.
And
home of the Imps. Same place as me.
Clark, good feed into ball. Here's Azare again. Oh, doing her.
And executive of the year in this league. And a play offensively.
Well, worth noting that sometimes it does. It's a 2-year Vegas a couple of times. So they've got some impressive.
This is in the W. It's part of the.
And hit just 3 threes.
Go to LA's practice W because they work.
Here's Burrell fighting inside and a backdoor cut. It's Mitchell.
Dribble right at Mitchell's defender and let him. What a tremendous
just 3 total points since the minutes. We haven't seen Christy Wallace
coming off the bench again. Of course, Dearica Hamby,
WNBA level this year. Here is Samuelson, shot off the mark. There's Hamby.
On this team, number 2 pick in the draft. And Cameron, we're sending our best to you.
Rebounds.
Had a nice. Because she wanted to be, and for Rakia, it's like you're going to be an all-star.
No question, and that's what advantage on Wheeler and Jack.
She's an incredible athlete. You're a rookie, that's impressive.
Oh, Clark
going to their horn set.
Sims into hole. Angel on the drive, turns the corner and gets to the
pads.
Here is Talbot. Well, we've seen that speed be such an break. Smith going one-on-one. Attack.
Passers out of that play.
Here's Stevens. Stevens will try it again.
Has his team blitzed.
He's finding some room to work down there on a regular roster deal. Some skills, but Not a full-time gig. Nurse able to shovel it there to Stevens.
Back to it here in the second.
Clark once again. Mitchell staying aggressive, flips it up. Inbound, I think. Kind of had my mind on the gridiron.
Penalty on the official.
Here in the second half. Andy with a crossover, driving into Smith, leaves it. Clark crossing over, and traces Sims giving chase. She from Caitlin Clark as Jackson throws up a onces for Boston. Here is Hamby on the other end. Spit.
Somebody back. We were on the same side. Look at Boston.
Hamby Egypt putting on the moves. Tactician. It's always a chess match.
A timeout or a substitution.
Sims to switch on to Boston, driving on Boston.
Hill gets you in isolation. Look to it in Dallas.
On the drive, Clark hangs and banks it.
Can't stop her.
Jackson turning on. Trying to establish lead. Gonna have to hoist from way outside.
Especially from your defense.
Sitting on 16 points here so far. Here is Clark launching.
Mismatch for Azurá Stevens. It's a real space to snake behind. You put a lot of pressure.
Drops it for Smith. Haven't been able to shake the sparks. Wheeler giving chase. Jackson on the Jets. Wheeler going coast to coast. Now in the mix, but when you talk about Erica and Wheeler Day, ace decision for Christie Sides. Extra pass. It's one. Indiana back up 5, and Clark trying to answer. You to break out of that here is Sims on the drive.
They like to run for Kelsey Mitchell.
Nurse weaving her way inside and
try to force some slippage.
Boston back for Clark. Let the Fever sit over to Burrell, who's open. Defensive possessions there for the Sparks. Minutes here today.
Action.
Dantas fading, firing.
Action's tough to guard. What a take by Burrell.
Driving on Burrell, hangs and can't.
Guarded by Mitchell and Clark.
And Sparks have just not gone away. Boston spinning inside.
And nobody in the league runs.
Clark lobbing inside. Oh, difficult bounce. It's her 12th double-double.
It's been her ability to run the floor, play one-on-one.
Fever hit with a moving screen. Frustration there from Clark.
10 seconds of the shot.
Step back, hits a throw, going behind the back. Oh, it's tonight. And that works for the most ever.
Let me correct myself. It's.
Will she get it off in time? Just does. Mitchell pulling up. Fever have far more important things at Hamby. Rolling, runs into hole, shot two.
Lexi Hall does not need the fantastic.
Streaming free on the CBS Sports app. A couple free throws for Azurá. Steve Smith with the rebound. Oh, pretty spin. Christie Sides really. Burrell catch and shoot. Whoa,
Shooter open.
Mitchell, that's a deep two defensive end. And they lost Hamby. And here as a pro comes in your 10th seat, averaging 18 points per game. That's
a remarkable run by them.
Mitchell hoists and had it.
Assist.
Gets reinforcements.
She doesn't get an assist on the step.
And Hamby right into Smith, maybe got away with. Indiana has been much more secure with their passes. Smith lost the handle. Shot clock down to Smith. Been moved. Floats it up. Get. De'Erica Hamby, you're not battling like this.
And De'Erica.
Hamby's had a nice second on the drive. Smith lays it in. Going here in the fourth quarter. Sims on the floor right now. But Clark lets it fry. Their direction. I think Clark and Mitchell 11 assists and 12 rebounds
to close out games, right? And they
behind her. Here is Stevenson fire. He thought about the three and traveled. Go back her way in, backing in on play. Didn't get called for that.
That's a really good ATO by Indiana.
Of the season, and that tops. And a big Burrell cut off there by Boston inside. Nurse drives inside. Sims picks her pockets, and Sims.
That doesn't have space to see between.
Has the ball under 2 minutes to go, trying to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Mitchell will take it herself.
Their tendency for the Fever is Kelsey.
Back, here's a Boston three. Nurse is left open. She like it. Boston, Mitchell.
Like I said earlier.
Big break. Have we called her name?
17 for 25 NBA in assists.
To do here, 55 seconds and a Nurse off the screen, bouncing for Hamby. Two
foul here. I like the strategy. Play D.
Three, drives her way inside, muscles to
Play's taking too long, I think.
And all deservedly so. Well, not surprising. It's up.
Mitchell's going, what happened?